Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at AnonymousRealityT. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking about these messy sportscasters. I mean, to my sports fans, it's not a sports video, but we're talking about these sports analysts because they're the gift that keeps on giving. They truly are the gift that keeps on giving. It's messy. What am I talking about? What has happened? What has taken place? What is the tea? Well, a couple of days ago, Molly Qerim, who is, the facilitating co-host of First Take with, of course, Stephen A. Smith and everything else, has announced suddenly she's departing the show. She's leaving the show. Now, before we get into this article, here's my suspicion, right? My suspicion is that they've officially lost Shannon Sharpe for good, right? With his whole personal life debacle, right? Also, it was announced that Joy Taylor was done at, Fox Sports as well. I don't know what the ratings are for First Take. I thought it was the number one show or whatever else during its time slot. I don't know if that's still the case for ESPN. I also think Molly was in contract negotiations. And if ratings are down because of streaming, because of YouTube and other platforms, that all these former athletes now are doing their own version of the same show that First Take has, I'd imagine that contract negotiations are not going well, right? That they can't justify paying her X amount of money anymore if the ratings and the content is not justifying it, right? So instead of her staying on or renegotiating a contract that's lower than what she feels that she's owed after all of her years of being there, she's probably like, I'm just going to chuck the doses. I'm just going to chuck the doses and do something else, do my own podcast, go to another network, do some other type of streaming services or whatever else. Because there's a million streaming services now. There's a million platforms now, whether it's Amazon Prime, whether it's NBC Sports, whether it's Fox Sports, and all of these things that you can go to now to do the same thing. So that's what I think happened. Until Stephen A. Smith inserted himself. So let's get into the article. This is from the New York Post, you guys. So here's what happened. It says, Stephen A. Smith is accused of making Molly Qerim's ESPN split so much worse. So Stephen A. Smith just loves stirring the pot. Shocker. The Speakeasy podcast featuring Emmanuel Acho, Kieran Hickey, Semple, sorry if I'm butchering your name, and LaShawn McCoy had some jokes for Smith after he stoked the firing following the surprise exit of popular First Take host Molly Qerim. The tone is crazy. Can I be honest here, bro? Her leaving, hey, it's like she's resigning. Honestly, cool. Let people wonder. Hickey Semple said on the show after they played the clip of Smith addressing Qerim's departure. Your tone and then you saying the details are none of y'all business. I don't even know what. You're just making it so much worse. Here's my thing though. Don't tell us the details, then tell us you're not going to tell us the details, Acho said before rattling off reasons that they were laughing at Smith. He said she abruptly resigned. That's a detail. And then you're going to say, but don't ask me the details because I'm not going to tell you all. That's none of your business. Oh, and I don't know the details. He made it sound like something wild happened and there's no reason for that. Smith certainly made it seem like there is much more to the story after Sports Business Journal broke the news Monday night, with Karam confirming on Instagram with a heartfelt letter that started with, "Now that the news came out earlier than I intended, and not in the way that I hoped." No, what? What do you mean? Now that the news came out earlier than I intended and not in the way that I hoped? Oh, no. What's the tea? The initial report stated Karam would leave ESPN at the end of the year and that the two sides were split on contract negotiations before the split. Thank you. But with Karam basically absent for Tuesday's show and Smith saying she resigned, it is possible viewers may have seen the last of her on ESPN's airwaves. Smith hosted First Take on Tuesday in place of Karam, which included an emotional send-off before revealing some details on his self-named YouTube show. The details, quite frankly, are none of y'all business, Smith said. It's not as if I know all of the details. It was a contract negotiation that was going on. ESPN certainly did not want to lose her, but in the end, she made her decision to walk away from the show effective immediately. I don't like it. I'm not happy about it because I do appreciate her and what she has meant to me and what she has meant to the show and what she has meant to the business, and I'm going to miss her. It's just that simple. But we all make decisions that we deem to be our best interest for whatever reason, and for that is her story to tell. Do I have an idea? Of course I do. Am I going to share it with you? No. Stephen A! Because again, that is her story to tell. And then it says no other details were released as to why she decided to leave. And Smith pointed to a contract dispute as the reason. Child. And here's my thing with Stephen A. Smith. He did the same thing with Shannon Sharpe. And this is the danger, you guys, where you're a public figure and you have anything to do with TV and news and media and entertainment, but then you also have a podcast or a YouTube show associated with it, which fans the flames, which adds fuel to the fire. He did this exact same foolishness with Shannon Sharpe. Was like, that's my brother and everything else. However, I disagree with what the lawyer did. And, the bigwigs at, ESPN, at Walt Disney, they told me basically, listen here, looky here, he is, suspended until further notice, but I just don't like the way Shannon Sharpe is moving. And it's like, what? It's like, what? You personally had Shannon Sharpe on here. You personally, Stephen A. Smith, could have Molly still there if you wanted her there. Let's talk about it. First, Stephen A. Smith is the $100 man at ESPN, you guys. He is the $100 million man. You're trying to tell me that if he wanted to, he could have. He's the one that pushed for Shannon Sharpe to get on ESPN. Obviously, with the scandal and how it was handled, obviously there's no coming back from that, right? If it was handled quietly, perhaps we'd be seeing Shannon Sharpe, maybe. But because of the public of it all, because of the audio and the grotesque text messages of it all, he was never coming back. He was never coming back football season. I don't even know why they even try to put that out there. Now, as for Molly, it's clear that there's something more than a contract dispute going on. I feel like they already have her replacement. And it's probably going to be Joy Taylor or somebody else. But nonetheless, they're trying to, it was just a contract dispute, but this whole thing is messy if now she's not even coming to work. Now, I have not seen First Take today, so I don't know if she was there today or not as I'm recording this video, but this whole thing is messy. This whole thing is messy and unnecessary. Why can't it just be, hey, I'm done at the end of the year, this is it, this is all. Instead, it's turned into, it was a contract dispute. But I'm not going to get into the details. I know what happened, but I'm not going to tell y'all what happened. It's none of y'all business what happened. But see, you're adding so much fuel to the fire, Stephen A., and you're messy. You are unnecessarily messy. If you're saying that it's Molly's story to tell, why are you adding fuel to the fire upon this? Basically making it seem like there's another underlying issue at hand. Making it seem like there is something else that is going on, y'all. Make it make sense! Why is Stephen A. always at the scene of the crime and nobody is ever looking at Stephen A.? He is responsible for who is hired and fired on that first take. He is. So why is he acting brand new about Molly leaving? It's given something more is there. Perhaps maybe they want to go younger. Perhaps they didn't want to pay her what she felt that she was worth after her time on the show. Perhaps the working relationship between Stephen A. and Molly is not what it seems anymore, and they don't want anything to do with each other or whatever else, and she was going to plan to ride this out till the end of 2025, but who knows now with Stephen A., doing all of this foolishness on his YouTube channel. Make it make sense. So there's that. That's it. That's all. Es todos. SP now. It is finito. It is over. It is the end of the road. It is the end of this video. Please let me know your guys' thoughts and everything else in the comments on what you think of this. What do you think the real reason is? Do you think it is just the contract dispute? Do you think they're going younger? Do you think that they already have Molly's replacement? Do you think Joy Taylor's coming in to be the host of First Take? What do y'all say in the comments? Please let me know what you think. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.